You guys already know what's up. We got a ton of brand new Nintendo news, updates, some big rumors for the Switch 2. We got it all in today's video. Of course, as always, guys, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, help me reach my goal of 10K. Let's see if we get today's subscriber goal of 15 subs. Let's cut out all the fluff and get right into it. Firstly, let's talk about some of the early access to some of the upcoming Nintendo games before I get into all the rumors and all that other stuff. So at San Diego Comic-Con this year, 2026, people will be able to play Splatoon Raiders, Switch Sports Resort, and apparently other activities. Attendees will play thumb wrestling and splat their way through this long weekend event. Celebrate the Splatoon Raiders launch at the San Diego Comic-Con showroom floor July 23rd through the 26th. And if you are actually going to this, which I'm sure most of you guys aren't, but if you are, it's going to be located in Hall A, booth 235. And for Switch Sports Resort, it's going to be the exact same days, July 23rd through the 26th. It's really cool that Nintendo are giving us all of these demos and early access to be able to play these games. And you know, for like 99% of people, they are not going to be able to try this. They won't be going to San Diego Comic-Con specifically, but who knows, maybe we could be getting some sort of Switch eShop demo for Switch Sports Resort, because they have been giving us a couple of downloadable demos to play at home, which has been a great thing for Nintendo to do. I think that is definitely something they have to keep doing in the future. I really do think it helps. I mean, think of Star Fox. Obviously, when that game was announced, it was kind of controversial. People were kind of, upset about it. People were really loving and looking forward to it. And then the demo dropped. A lot of people thought it was amazing. The press for it was positive news, and the game honestly turned into a success in my opinion. So yeah, I hope for maybe in the next 3D Mario, hopefully Ocarina of Time, we do have rumors of there being a demo, but not an at-home demo, more so of a demo at a presentation. For Ocarina of Time, I really hope that there's both, but I could kind of see that being a game where they're only going to do a demo at a big presentation rather than just at home. Something really interesting is that the Switch 2 camera has a huge price decrease at GameStop. I don't even know how this is possible. You can see it is in my cart for $9.99 brand new. I don't have one of these, and I kind of want to buy one, even though realistically I probably will never use it. But if you guys were thinking about buying one, now is definitely the time, because this is probably the cheapest it will ever be, especially in brand new condition. Another small rumor here, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 are probably not going to happen for the Switch 2. I think that kind of makes sense. I mean, we are getting Modern Warfare 4 on the Switch 2 later this year. It is only on the PS4 and PS5, which I think is really odd. This is one of those situations where it's not the best news as far as physical versus digital media, because you have to repurchase these games digitally, and they are $40 or $20, I guess, if you have PlayStation Plus. But that doesn't even include like the DLC stuff. That's also another separate purchase is what I've heard. I am a huge Call of Duty Black Ops 2 fan. OG Call of Duty days are just unmatched as far as, these style games. I probably won't pick these up. I still have my physical copy on my Xbox 360 and play it just as it is on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, because it's nothing but a port. Although, I do think it would be pretty cool to have this on the Switch too, just being able to play it like anywhere I go. I low-key would be down for that. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Here we have Hugo Gaming talking about Pikmin 4, the Switch 2 edition. We've had this rumor for quite a while now. We haven't heard anything. Hugo also saying that it could be announced via Nintendo today. As of the point of me recording this video, it has not been announced. But this is one of those things where I think it is going to happen. Nash Weedle did say this, I guess, in July of 2025, saying Pikmin 4 will be one of the next games getting an update on the Switch 2. I heard it will be a Switch 2 edition, which would imply additional content, but I wasn't able to verify it. Nate the Hate said another game I heard might potentially arrive this summer is the anticipated Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition. Not sure it's necessarily set in stone as a summer release, but we could definitely see it this year. And of course, summer really just started. I mean, I guess we're kind of like low-key really ramping through the summertime already, but this game could be dropping this month, next month, maybe September, or maybe never. I kind of do think it's going to happen though. I mean, it's nothing too crazy to think about, as we have had a few Switch 2 edition video games already. Now, this one is very interesting to me. This is a big rumor. Apparently, Nintendo are studying the launch of a Switch 2 OLED. A South Korean journalist specialized in the display industry says that Nintendo is considering an OLED version of the Switch 2. According to him, this console would feature a 1080p OLED screen that could arrive between late 2027 and 2028. I think we will eventually be getting an OLED, but I have to say the current Switch 2 screen is very good. It's not OLED, but genuinely it looks really really great. And I feel like the date time of, late 2027, 2028-ish is kind of fair. My opinion, my personal opinion is that it'll be later 2028 or 2029 just because of the fact that, the Switch 2 hasn't been out for that long, but I suppose at that time it'll be out for almost 3 years, which is weird to think about if it does drop in 2028. I'm sure a lot of people will buy it. That's one of those things that I may or may not buy. It's probably going to be pretty expensive, so I'm definitely satisfied with the current Switch 2 screen as it is. However, what I do want to be buying is a special edition Switch 2. If we get like a crazy special edition OLED, then I may have to break the bank a little bit. As far as special editions go, still the same news is that we could be seeing one for Ocarina of Time, a special edition Switch 2, not OLED, just regular Switch 2 with the Ocarina of Time theme. I think that's a perfect game to give us the first special edition Switch 2, especially since the Switch 2 has been out for over a year now. So I think a themed console is bound to happen. It's got to be right around the corner, right? Disney have also confirmed that Kingdom Hearts will be featured at D23, commemorating 25 years of Kingdom Hearts, which is pretty cool. Maybe they're gonna announce a new game or a remake, a remaster, a port. I don't know. They could do anything, but I feel like they're going to do something. Now let's talk about some of the annual report information with Nintendo. Apparently they are spending $1.4 billion over the next couple years on equipment and facilities. The new 10-floor technology development center they are building is the most expensive project. I think Nintendo have been investing in the right things. It seems like they're kind of more interested in their own kind of production. Like they're just like in their own ballpark. And this is what I've always been saying. I know you guys probably agree with most of this stuff, is that Nintendo, they're just doing some good things at the moment, pushing themselves forward, putting the money to invest in their games, in their consoles, in their employees. They've given their employees raises recently and trying to make sure that everybody is happy working there. So Nintendo, bro, they're looking like a W recently. And this is just interesting information I just wanted to share, is that the Nintendo president makes about $2 million per year in compensation. Miyamoto makes about $1.54 million per year, which that is a lot of money, but honestly, for a company as ginormous as Nintendo, that is pretty fair. Like, that is definitely not anything to compare to other CEOs out there. Nintendo Challenge responding to say that CEO of Sony earns around $15 million a year, and apparently Microsoft CEO earns about almost $100 million a year. So I mean, I know Nintendo, they get a lot of hate. They've definitely done some things in the past that's debatable on whether or not like it's good for the people or the company or whatever, but things keep happening. News keeps dropping where I just sound like a straight up Nintendo shill, just like saying nothing but good things about Nintendo. And it's because compared to every other company at the moment as far as gaming goes, they genuinely are doing some pretty cool stuff. So I'm just looking forward for the future of Nintendo. I think they got our backs. I'm just staying positive. Of course, I still have a sweet spot for Sony and Xbox. I feel like Xbox is going like one step forward and like 5 steps back all the time. And then Sony, we all know how Sony has been recently. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video and my little rant. And guys, I would love to know your opinions. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this stuff. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you haven't subbed already, please do so. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone